Dear students, today in this session we shall discuss law of gearing. When a gears has to transmit power, there should be some laws which should it govern. So figure shows two mating gear teeth in which tooth profile 1 drives tooth profile 2 by acting at the instantaneous contact point K. So in the figure, upper portion is called gear 1 and lower portion is called gear 2. So they have given the suffix as the center of upper gear is O1 and the center for lower gear is O2. The dotted line between O1 and O2 is shown, and the point P is called as pitch point. So the basic definitions we have discussed already in previous session. So when the two gears meet, that point is known as pitch point P. It is shown in the figure, and N1 N2 is the common normal of the two profiles. N1 is the foot of the perpendicular from O1 to N1 N2. Similarly, N2 is the foot of the perpendicular from O2 to N1 N2. Although the two profiles have different velocities V1 and V2 at point K, their velocities along N1 and N2 are equal in both magnitude and direction. Otherwise, the two tooth profiles would separate from each other. For a constant velocity ratio, the position of P should remain unchanged. So the point P, it should remain unchanged for constant velocity ratio and the gears to work in smooth. In this case, the motion transmission between the two gears is equivalent to the motion transmission between two imagined slipless cylinders with radius R1 and R2 or diameter D1 and D2. We can get two circles whose centers are at O1 and O2 and through pitch point P. These two circles are termed pitch circles. The velocity ratio is equal to the inverse ratio of diameter of pitch circles. This is the fundamental law of gear tooth action. The fundamental law of gear tooth action may be stated as also follows. So a common normal to the tooth profiles at their point of contact must in all positions of the contacting teeth pass through a fixed point on the line of centers called pitch point. To obtain the expected velocity ratio of two tooth profiles, the normal line of their profiles must pass through the corresponding pitch point. Although many tooth shapes are possible for which a mating tooth could be designed to satisfy the fundamental law, only two are in general use: the cycloidal and involute tooth profiles. The involute has important advantages. It is easy to manufacture and the center distance between a pair of involute gears can be varied without changing the velocity ratio. Thus, close tolerances between shaft locations are not required when using the involute profile. The most commonly used conjugate tooth curve is the involute curve. Conjugate action. It is the essential for correctly meshing gears. The size of the teeth or the module must be the same for both the gears. The shape of teeth necessary for the speed ratio to remain constant during an increment of rotation. This behavior of the contacting surfaces is known as conjugate action. Thank you guys.